welcoming remarks this evening.
Hello, fellow graduates. Congratulations to the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering's class of 2025! And good evening to the families, friends, and faculty who have come to support us. I'm so honored today to be opening our graduation ceremony. Looking out at all of you, I see students who have poured countless hours into your studies, your passions, and your growth. The dedication you've shown throughout these years has brought us all to this incredible moment. And you've worked so hard to get here, and it shows in everything you've accomplished. I want you to think about the moment someone will say your name years from now. What story will they tell? Not just about your grades or where you're headed next, but about the impact you've had so far. This year, I got to serve as your Student Senate President, and I still laugh thinking about my sophomore year campaign. Yes, I was that girl handing out lollipops during election season, and they worked. I mean, how could you refuse? And that's why I've truly loved making this school feel like a community. Through the National Honor Society, we came together to create events like International Night, where we celebrated our school's diversity with dance, food, and pride. These were moments of seeing each other for who we really are. The enthusiasm and spirit you brought to these events, your willingness to celebrate our differences, and all of the amazing things we said to each other over this time have shown me how special this class really is. And we've weathered uncertainty together, navigating a changing world, and through it all, we've held on to our dreams. In the words of Swami Vivekananda, take up one idea. Make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. That is the way to success. That one idea doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to matter to you. Here's what I know. The world is demanding something from us right now. While others are building walls, we know how to build bridges. The diversity we experienced at AAE of cultures, perspectives, and talents isn't just something to think of fondly. It's exactly what our fractured world needs today. This is our moment, and this is our chance. As for me, my dreams have led me to study engineering at Columbia University. And I thank you all for making our school such an inviting and welcoming environment where we could evolve and take confident steps into the future. Earlier, I asked you how you wanted to be remembered. Personally, I think of what Irma Bonbeck said. At the end of my life, I would hope that I would not have a single bit of talent left and could say, I used everything given to me. That's how I want to be remembered. As someone who didn't waste what she was given, who used her voice, her energy, even her weird campaign strategies to bring people together. The choice isn't whether change is coming, it's whether we'll lead it. Starting tomorrow, the moment we leave this stage, we become the connectors this world desperately needs. Thank you again, and congratulations to this incredible graduating class. Go out there and show the world what we already know, that you're capable of amazing things. I want to thank the CREC Central Executive Leadership Team and Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Sarah Voca, for being here at our graduation ceremony, and to invite Dr. Voca to the podium to share some words with us.
I'd like to good evening. I'd like to thank the Planning Committee for having me speak right after Namianzi. That's a tough act to follow. So good evening, family, friends, faculty, and staff, and seniors. Welcome to the graduation of the class of 2025 from the Academy of Aerospace and Engineering. That's right, there is a lot of excitement in this room, and I can understand why. I want to take a moment to thank the parents, the family members, and friends who are here tonight. Thank you for sending us your student. We know you have choices, and we really, really appreciate you entrusting us with your most important treasure. Your love and support of your child is evident. Today's certainly a day to celebrate, and I imagine you're all very proud. I also want to thank the faculty and staff at Aerospace. Your dedication and passion created the environment that allowed these graduates to thrive and succeed. Please never forget the positive influence that you have on your students. On behalf of executive leadership at CREC Central, I do thank you. Can we give faculty and staff a round of applause? Now on to our graduates. I want to talk to you today about a simple but really impactful word, empowerment. Empowerment means believing in your ability to shape your future. It's about realizing that you don't have to wait for someone else to give you permission to succeed. You already have that power within you. And you know, throughout this year, I've had the privilege of meeting several of you and commented to Mr. Johnson how impressed I am that each of you I've met has a path and a passion, not only for making a difference in your school this year, but also for what's next. Mr. Johnson echoed my comments. This class is special, and you are empowered. So back to this word, empowerment. Every time you speak up, you ask a question, or you stand up for what's right, you're empowering yourself and others. Remember that you don't need to be perfect in order to make a difference. You just need to be willing. As you leave aerospace, remember your power. Power to take risks, to dream, to reach your goals, and be the very best version of you. Congratulations, and best of luck.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Oh, I like that. Thank you very much. I just want everyone to know from the start of what I'm going to say this evening, I am standing here filled with so much robust, incredible pride, especially in this group of young people, in my staff, and in this school community that is out here supporting these young people. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being so wonderful. I am so excited to celebrate these kids with all of you tonight. So let's begin. Let's give these kiddos one more round of applause, and then I'll say it. Tonight is a celebration of achievement, of perseverance, and of growth. Tonight we are here to honor and recognize this significant rite of passage of these amazing young people. But it's also a celebration of our robust school community. I want to begin by thanking the parents, family members, and loved ones who have supported our students every step of the way. And I also want to thank our extraordinary faculty and staff. Your care, your expertise, and your dedication have made moments like this possible. Graduates, I've known many of you, since many of you were sixth graders, I've had the privilege of watching you grow, not only as students, but as people. As a class, you have always shown yourselves to be thoughtful, curious, resilient, and compassionate. I've seen you solve complex problems in the classroom and work through difficult social challenges with humility and grace. I've seen you support one another, challenge each other, and lead with purpose. As students at AAE, you have grown up in a learning community whose characteristics are all too uncommon in our country. As a result of a history of legally enforced racial segregation in the United States, schools have traditionally mirrored those patterns of segregation, and kids of diverse racial and ethnic backgrounds have grown up separate from one another and with vastly different levels of resources. Our school, part of the ongoing civil rights movement, disrupts those historical patterns and brings students of diverse backgrounds together. At AAE, students of different backgrounds, beliefs, and life experiences come together each day to learn, not just from books and labs, but from one another. You have shared space with people who don't look like you, people who speak a different language at home, who worship differently than you, and who may not see the world exactly the way that you or your family do. And you've done so with openness and with respect. That is no small thing. In fact, I would argue it is a cornerstone of something bigger, something that defines what it means to live in a democracy. Because democracy, at its heart, isn't just about elections and voting. It's about participation. It's about voice. It's about dialogue. It's about listening and being listened to. It's about holding space for different voices and choosing to see one another's humanity. It's about honoring freedom, not just your own, but each other's. Living in a pluralistic democracy means that we embrace diversity as our strength and recognize that we are all deeply bound up in one another's ability to survive and thrive. You have all been trained to think as engineers. You know that to build something strong, whether it be a bridge, a circuit, or a satellite, you need different materials and diverse components working together in harmony. The same is true for a sustainable, diverse, pluralistic democracy. As you step into a world that often feels increasingly fractured and divided, remember that these values, diversity, equity, and democratic participation, are more vital now than ever. At a moment when it is easier to retreat into echo chambers, you, class of 2025, have been practicing something braver. You've shown what it means to build bridges instead of walls. Sorry, Namyanzi, I know you already used that line. You've shown what it looks like to ask honest questions, listen generously, and lead with empathy. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, whether that's college, the workforce, military service, or something still unfolding, I hope you carry this with you. Democracy isn't just something that we inherit. It's something that we create every day with the choices that we make and the way that we treat one another. So I challenge you, students, keep creating it. Keep engaging. Keep learning. Just as you've engineered solutions to complex problems in the lab, apply that same ingenuity and collaborative spirit to the challenges of our shared society. Keep lifting your voice, not just for yourself, but for those whose voices too often go unheard. You are the builders of our future. And if what I've seen from you is any indication, this future will be thoughtful. It will be kind. It will be inclusive. And it will be brave. Congratulations, class of 2025. We will never forget you. and I can't wait to see how all of you shape the world. To introduce graduating senior Mateo Velázquez Maineri.
Sorry. Hi, Mommy and Papa. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, faculty and staff, honored guests, regular guests, and give it up again for the class of 2025. Honestly, I don't know how I ended up here because when I filled out the interest form, I'm not even sure if anyone read what I wrote because all I said was, quote, "It's almost midnight and I forgot to fill this out earlier. But trust me, I never stop talking, so I'll find something to talk about." End quote. Turns out, not as easy as I thought. When Miss Gay told me that I'd been chosen, I did the most natural thing, and I completely forgot about it. It wasn't again until she stopped me at prom that she reminded me that there was a deadline that I actually considered what to write about. I kept thinking about all the challenges that people talk about: war, COVID, the staircase Joe and Eshka fell down in. But for me, the hardest part of high school wasn't any of those things. It was just getting through the day sometimes. Because behind every late assignment, missed deadline, every tired morning I dragged myself out of bed, there was a story. And I like to believe that that story is about support and perseverance. And my support starts with my family. My dad moved here from Guatemala after meeting my mom, who served in the Peace Corps. First off, could we just give a round of applause to all the immigrants in this room? My father had a high school diploma. He had some college credits, but none of them ever transferred when he came to the US. He had to start over, not just in school, but in life. He built a landscaping business from scratch. No shortcuts, no connections, just hard work and determination. The extremely early mornings and late nights he continues to go through to this day just to be able to provide for us. The excitement in his eyes when he tells us that he'll buy pizza the next night for us just to see that we're happy. And my mom, she's the one who held it all together. Not just through the big stuff, but the quiet, invisible things. The late nights filling out the FAFSA and the CSS profile. The weekend mornings making sure my siblings and I made it on time to our plans. The times when I cried in the car wanting to give up as rejection kept rolling through. She taught me what it means to show up for others and for yourself. And my siblings, Alberto and Sandra. They kept me studying because, let's be honest, I wanted to be the favorite. So thank you. You kept me grounded, competitive, and sane. Now, one of the greatest support systems is our friends. The ones who made us laugh when we wanted to cry, who stayed on FaceTime while we studied, and the ones who pulled us through late nights and bad days. I just want to take a second to say some of their names out loud, because you've been part of this journey as much as I have. Namianzi, for being one of my greatest role models and my bestest friends. Her fashion and brains never disappoint, and her faith always encourages me every day. Madison Baker. Madison Baker, for always being someone I could rely on even when you had so much going on. No one ever notices it, but I'd like to think that she's one of the strongest in our grade. Caleb and Alona, For always taking chances with me and procrastinating with me. You guys have showed me the true meaning of perseverance. Kaylin, for showing up always, no matter what, and always guiding me whenever I faced a problem in my life. Lacia, for all the times you've listened to another one of my 30-minute bus ride stories. They kept coming, but she was always there. Joaneshka, for not only being my favorite Latina in our class, but for always matching my energy and being someone that anyone could come and talk to and just feel comfortable around. Sophie, Jonathan, and Damaris, for just being the best trio in the grade and never leaving a conversation boring. Sanvi and Sophia, for always showing up no matter the circumstances. Da Vinci, for teaching me how powerful it is just to be yourself and believe in yourself. Ariani, for being one of the best stage partners, showing your strength through all her passions. And finally, Ishvia. We don't talk the most, but your passion and advocacy inspires me and so many others every day. But I know I'm not the only one with a list like this. Each of us has people, family, and friends who lifted us up, even when we didn't realize we needed it. And yeah, even though my family had some educational barriers, I will be attending Columbia University this fall. Not because I had everything figured out or did it on my own. I'm going because people gave everything for me and stood with me when I couldn't do it alone. We live in a world that tells us to be self-made, to hustle on our own, and to be the main character, the solo success story. But the truth is, none of us gets there alone. Whether it was your family, your teachers, your mentors, or your friends, or whether you were your own support, because I just want to shout out anyone who's lost anyone during the high school process or in the schooling process. We made it here because of someone and for someone. So wherever we go from here, college, work, gap years, the great unknown, don't forget this. We all need support, not just to survive, but to thrive. Being strong doesn't mean going alone. It means knowing when to lean on to others and be someone that others can lean on themselves. Today isn't just a celebration of what we've achieved, it's a reminder of who got us here and who we want to be moving forward. So to the class of 2025, let's not be afraid to ask for help. Let's keep showing up for each other. Let's keep proving that success doesn't have to be isolated. Congratulations.
privilege to introduce our faculty choice speaker, graduating senior, Lasya Chintapalli.
Dear Aerospace, class of 2025, and all the loved ones that join us tonight, it is with utmost honor and humility that I get to stand here today and be part of this moment, not just of celebration, but of reckoning, of reflection, and a return to the voices that have shaped us and the truths and the memories we will never forget. I have had the privilege of having grown up with most of you since 6th grade and some in high school, and we've faced a lot side by side, and we've built some memories that we will never forget. Some of my favorites include Kyla's hard-to-beat birthday serenades, Tyson's YouTube channel shout-outs at family meetings, and Alex's undeniable win at senior splashing. You have inspired me with your humor, your confidence, and your initiative. I'm inspired by self-made entrepreneurs like Jade, who is a successful lash technician, and Scott, who is an amazing chef. I'm inspired by some of the best student athletes being in this class, such as Julian, Madison, Ariani, Richard, and Antoine, to name a few. I'm inspired by our artists, deserving of stages like Broadway, like Mateo, Elijah, Ishvia, and Aiden. But what stirs me the most is not just what you do, it's the spirit behind it. It's the unseen hours and the sacrifices you've made with grace. You've taught me what it means to commit, to show up, and to invest in a vision that lives beyond the moment. I'm so excited to continue to witness your journeys in these spaces and know that I will be rooting for you all the way through. As we mark this sacred step in our educational journeys, I'm compelled to share how we can define education on our own terms. Our education was not a one-dimensional process. It's how we've evolved through the use of various tools, our experiences, our interactions, our challenges. It's the quiet alchemy of moments, of setbacks and sparks, of doubt and determination. It's the intentional act of shaping who we are with passion. It's our questions, our curiosities, and our convictions. So at a time of celebrating our authentic journeys of education, right now, graduates, I urge you to think back on your education. Beyond the time you spent in the classroom, I urge you to think back on your moments of vulnerability. Your times of courage to sit with questions longer than answers, and every time you chose growth, even when it costed you comfort. Was it the long hours you spent at work that taught you discipline and duty? Was it your family and the friends who were like family who taught you how to stand by a community? That is a real education. That's the education we built ourselves, and that is what we're celebrating the most today. Right now, I'm feeling a deep sense of gratitude and pride for all it is that has made up each of our educations, and for everyone in this room who has helped us forge them. To the parents and guardians who have held us up through your quiet sacrifices, thank you for your steady belief. To siblings who have cheered us on and reminded us who we are, thank you for your unwavering support. To friends who have carried our bests and our worst, thank you for your loyalty. And to teachers who have helped us navigate not just school, but life, thank you for being our anchors. To mentors, coaches, grandparents, everyone who poured something into us, thank you. Your words, your time, your patience, they are a part of our education. You are a part of our education. And today, your love sits in the diplomas we hold. With that, I'm feeling a deep sense of gratitude for the magnitude of our education, bounded by the history behind this school. This institution was not built on convention or convenience, but on promise. A promise to overcome racial and ethnic isolation by questioning its environment and by creating opportunity. And our class is a testament to its success. So now it is my hope and my ask that whatever it is you choose to do, you do so and you pay homage to this aspect of our education. We were taught here not just to learn, but to unlearn and to rebuild. We were taught to be unyielding in the face of injustice and to advocate for equity. So carry that power of questioning and refuse to accept what has simply been. Let your curiosity make people uncomfortable. Don't be afraid to take up space in a room, but just as importantly, don't be afraid to stretch that space for other people. Because we've learned that leadership means using your seat at the table to pull up a chair for someone else. That is our legacy, and that is our responsibility. So here's what matters now. That when we enter the world beyond the walls of Aerospace, we shouldn't just be chasing spaces that already exist. We build better ones. We name what isn't working. We invite other people in. We take responsibility for what happens in our presence. That is not a soft idea. That is work. That is discipline. And that is the version of leadership that this moment in history demands. So whatever it is that you choose to do next, college, art, science, work, do it with your eyes open. Refuse to be numb. Pay attention to who gets left out, who gets written off, and who gets ignored, and act like it's your job to change it, because it is. That is the type of leadership we were raised here to believe in. It's about breaking patterns, proving that integration isn't just theory, it is lived experience. And if we forget that, then we waste the value of our self-crafted education. This leadership, one I know you all possess, is not straightforward or performative. It is real, it's hard, and it's worth it. I want to be candid with you. Right now, we are at a time of unrest in the world and in the nation. I am at unrest, seeing all that is left to be said and done in spaces like public health, in spaces like law and human rights, in the very spaces you've been exposed to and the ones you are promising to better when you collect your diplomas today. I know you feel this unrest because it shakes the core of our education, the values we all share. So I hope you meet this unrest with relentlessness. Be relentless in defending truth. Be relentless in building systems that honor humanity. And be relentless because systems don't change just because we've learned about them. They change when we refuse to leave them as they are. Right now, we are celebrating something real. The fact that we are all prepared to build our own educations, deliberately, urgently, and without apology. Today, I am congratulating you on your mastery of creating direction, because education doesn't end here. It begins again and again, every time we dare to imagine, and every time we choose to build a better world. Thank you.
Thank you, Lasia. And it is now my pleasure to introduce to the stage our staff speaker, Mr. Oscar Perez.
Man, how do you follow all these amazing students, right? Jesus. Gotta take a look at these guys for a second, because it's emotional to me. Miss you guys. So with that said, good evening, family, staff, honored guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Oscar Perez, and I would like to welcome each of you to celebrate the incredible milestone that these students have accomplished, their high school graduation. I am truly honored and humbled to have been chosen as this year's graduation speaker, and I have to say, ever since I found out I would be the speaker this year, I've really been thinking about what I wanted to say each and every day. I remember being in your senior family meetings. I remember seeing you have a blast at prom, watching many of you receive awards during the awards ceremony, and immediately, I was taken back to your 8th grade school year. Many of you have heard me say this, and I think I'm going to continue saying it for the rest of your lives, but you were the last 8th grade class that I ever taught in Spanish. So for me, again, this is an incredible moment. It does seem like forever ago when we were all teaching you guys through a computer on Zoom and seeing at least 90% of your screens blank while hoping and trusting that you were learning to the best of your ability and you weren't just playing PlayStation or Xbox, you know? Then we fast forward throughout the year to your 8th grade promotion ceremony where every single one of you finally came together in person for the first time in over a year. The joy that we saw in your faces as you all gathered for your first ever parking lot 8th grade graduation promotion ceremony, where you all decorated your parking spaces, full of caravans and vuvuzelas, celebrating your achievements and the amazing milestone of your middle school promotion was absolutely incredible to see. But now here we are, 4 years later, and we are now your high school graduation. Man, what a time to be alive, huh? You guys have made it, so I gotta do this one more time. Give yourselves a giant round of applause. Tonight is more than just a ceremony. This is a launch towards your futures. We are currently living in a time full of turmoil where many of us are faced with hardships, moments that challenge us to face our fears. And when I think about the difficulty that lies ahead, I can tell you that this will not be easy. You are stepping into a world full of unknowns, yes, but it is also a world full of possibilities, promise, and hope. Hope is what carried you through the sleepless nights before big exams, through personal challenges, and the days when everything simply felt overwhelming, but you showed up anyway. It's what drove your curiosity in the classroom, your teamwork on projects, and your courage to dream about your futures, even though it felt far away. Hope isn't just a feeling, however, it is a mindset. It's the belief that the future is not something that we wait for, but for something that we build through our choices, our values, and our determination. And after everything you've accomplished here at AAE, I believe more than ever that this class is ready to help shape a better world. When I look at all of you, I see a light in the darkness. I see a bright future that each of you will be bringing into this world. You leave this school with more than just a diploma. You leave with discipline, resilience, critical thinking, innovation, and most importantly, with heart. Whether you're heading to college, to the workforce, the military, or taking a path all on your own, know this, you are prepared. I hope you'll always carry the spirit of our school, AAE, with you. The spirit of discovery, of pushing boundaries, of lifting others as you rise. I hope that you stay curious, stay kind, and never let fear keep you from aiming high. Because each of you has the potential to not just succeed in life, but to make it better for your families, your communities, and this world. We need your voice and your vision. You are the catalyst for positive change and one that will make this world change for the better. Here I stand today representing the administrative team, and I want to say to the teachers, staff, security guards, all the people in your school, thank you for the dedication and for lighting the way. Thank you for all of the hard work that you have put in each day so that our students can have an unforgettable experience at AAE. To the families in attendance, thank you for entrusting all of us with your greatest treasure, your children. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of your family as much as you were a part of ours. I gotta look at you guys for this one. To the graduates, I speak for all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thank you for the joy, the energy, and the hope you've given our school community. Thank you for teaching us as much as we taught you. For me personally, the greatest gift you've ever given me is the experience of being your teacher and administrator. Thank you for the moments of laughter, happiness, at times frustration, so much so it made me want to pull my hair out. Oh wait, it's gone. All joking aside, thank you for letting us all be a part of your beautiful journey in life. And as I close this speech, I'd like to leave you with these words. Every experience you've had until this point has culminated into a moment that you should always treasure. Take every opportunity you can find, the positivity in when faced with adversity. Always be kind to others. Hold yourself to the highest level of respect. And above all else, never be satisfied with the bare minimum. Always strive to push yourselves to be greater than ever, each and every day. Growing up, my mother instilled in me the following words that remain true for my life. Siempre con un paso adelante y nunca para atrás, porque para atrás asusta. ChatGPT says, always take a step forward and never look back. In life, things will become more difficult, new challenges will occur, but with the support of your family, friends, and loved ones, you can and will overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Almost done. Let hope be your compass, let purpose be your engine, and never stop reaching for the stars. Congratulations, class of 2025. The sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning. Thank you. Before I leave this podium, I want to pause for a second and invite Alex Sarmiento and Deja Otero. Please go. We want to do something very special for a very special person on the stage. We want to recognize Miss Lori Sillen. Miss Sillen is retiring at 23 years as a teacher here at AAE. She's very special to me too. She helped me through my times of teen. A lot of papers as a teacher. We want to thank you for your service, Miss Sillen, and time as an educator. We will forever miss you here at AAE. Thank you all once again, and I'd like to call up Dr. Chase as we begin to present the awards.
Not Dr. Chase, just give me a second. I just want to make sure, so first of all, folks, we are now at the time in the program that you all came here for. I want to make sure that everyone is aware Mr. Jerry Clappus is seated right down here front and center. Mr. Clappus is CREC's professional audio visual person. He is our photographer. Mr. Clappus will be taking very high quality photos of every single graduate receiving their diploma. So I want to make sure that all of those photos will be available to you if you want to make prints or digitally include them in family albums, etc. So we will have those ready to share out to all of you. The reason why I say that is to make sure you know, please do not run into the aisles in order to take photos. We've got that handled for you. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Chase as we transition to diplomas.
This is the good part. Mohammed Khalid Abdallah. Zion Adakwa. Ishbia Ahmed Sayed. Karjensky Alex. Daniel Amusa. Blue Angeles. Tobias Armada. A. Win La. Madison Lena. Frederick George Beckford. Shani Aries Love. Nehemiah Bowens Otero. Johnny Bowes. Destiny Brown. Zania Destiny Brown. Janai Canales. Dante Case. Richard Chandler. Shamani Chan. CJ Chava. Lasya Chintapali. Kayshawn Cohen.
Photo right here. Photo over here. There.
Jalia Alexander Canal. Samuel Conant. Jose Cordero. Naomi Ariana Cortez. Devon Cotto. Isis Abril Cruz Camargo. Julian Cuevas. Jonathan DeCaro. Scott Dunham. Caleb Duru. Taven Duval. Namyanzi Surprise Evie Edwards. Joanna Garcia. Jaden Giarratano. Sabriel Ines Madero. Cecile Gooden. Elijah St. Patrick Hyatt. Jaden Jenkins. Jones. Orion Lavallee. Joshua Lopez. Damaris Anaí Lopez. Mansfield. Dion Martindale. Joniel Eliezer Martinez. Martinez Benitez. Dion Masters. Madison Lee. Anas Mahmoud. Alona Messini. Aiden Moore. Jared Morales. Tyson Gomez. Valerie Darlene Morales. Victoria Ortiz. Max Ricketts. Ariani Nicole Lewis. Chase Michael Rivera. Jorian Jose Rivera. Rosemary Lee Rodriguez. Joshua Sanabria. Angel Santiago. Sophie Santos Souza. Alex Sarmiento. Antoine Emmanuel Smith. Julian Sudaga. Sanvi Krishna Talaki. Joaneshka Texidor Cuevas. Alyssa Thomas. Rain Thomas. Harlow Tuntat. Alexander Walker. Brandon Williams. Kaylin Matilda Davis. And at this time, we're going to welcome Mr. Johnson back to the podium to certify the diplomas.
Everyone, thank you all so much for being here tonight. We have a couple of more important things to do tonight. The first is that I need to say the following. By the powers vested in me by the Capital Region Education Council and the state of Connecticut, I certify that these students' high school diplomas are valid. High school graduate, Sujay Chapa.
Good evening, AE class of 2025 and everyone attending. Can we please give one more round of applause to these fellow high school students? Excuse me, graduates. Families, after the ceremony concludes, please stay seated as staff and students process off stage. With that being said, once again, good evening, AE class of 2025. Let me begin with a reflection. I've noticed that there's a strange pause that lives in our school hallways. Not in the silence of our AP exam rooms, or the moment before Mr. Narcisse starts class, but the kind of pause that lives between two heartbeats. Between a thought and a decision, between the courage it takes to speak up for yourself and the comfort of staying quiet. It's the breath you hold before the bio test you didn't study for, the second you hover over a message that you'll never send to your crush, the walk to second lunch where you're not sure who to sit with today. That's what I feel today. Not closure, not pride, just the in-between. We've spent the last few years inside this in-between we call school, rushing through it, sleeping through it, or laughing too loudly during Dr. B's projects, pretending we knew what we were doing. And now, at this moment, we're supposed to say something profound, something that feels final. But the truth is, nothing about this feels final. We're not closing a chapter. We're just flipping to a page that we haven't read yet. And if we're being honest, the last few pages have been unexpected. It was full of personal growth, the silence after an unfinished argument, and the shock of adulthood showing up disguised as a FAFSA form or your first job interview that you weren't ready for. Some moments fell short of our expectations, and others surprised us. And somehow, that's perfect, because real life isn't meant to be clean-cut and pristine. It's messy, spontaneous, full of people we were never expected to meet, and others we were never expected to love. Some of us counted down to this day, like a jail sentence that never seemed to end, and others are holding on by their fingernails, afraid of the chapter ahead. Both of those feelings are valid. We weren't always close to each other, but we existed in the same world. We always found the longest way back to class after a bathroom break, cheered for Mr. Perez during his speeches, and gossiped with each other during our fire drills. And through this connection, we were still writing pieces of the same story. We saw the big wins, like some of us getting nominated for prom king or queen, or finally hitting submit on that college application we initially put off. We saw the quiet milestones too, like showing up at 7 a.m., all groggy, headphones in, but still showing up. We watch people lose people and others become people. And that's what I want to say to you today. Not the best of luck or you're ready to change the world, but this. You were seen. Even if no one ever said it, you all mattered here. You mattered in the way that you kept becoming, even when no one was watching. And long after we forget these bell schedules or the trigonometry formulas that we all cram, I hope you remember this feeling, that just for a little while, we shared a place where we were messy, unfinished versions of ourselves, and that was enough. So when you walk past a brick wall and the building gets smaller in your rearview mirror, don't rush yourself to make a perfect sense of your time here. Let it be unfinished. Let it be flawed and confusing and strangely beautiful. Because becoming someone isn't about finding the loudest moments. It's about the pauses, the in-betweens. And if you listen closely, you'll still remember them. Not as faults of your past, but as reminders that even in the most quietest moments, you were already becoming the person that you were meant to be. Thank you, graduates. Get ready to turn the page because your story is just getting started. Now, class of 2025, please rise as a symbol of your passage from one right to left.
The class of 2025. Going to process out first. There's something important that we do for our students on the other side. The students will process out after the staff, and then everyone looks forward to receiving our guests out on the courtyard patio. Thank you.